So I discovered something that was very concerning, and it had me wondering, why is no one talking about this? Hi guys, my name is Blaze. Let's chat. So, the other day, I was having a conversation with my wife about where we live now, the lovely nation of New Zealand, and we were comparing it to where we came from, the sunny sub-Saharan state of Zimbabwe. Since we moved here recently, every discovery about New Zealand feels like an adventure, and it's something that we started discussing more often. That got me curious. So I did what anyone would do. I went to Google to dig a little deeper into the differences between the two countries. But as I went further, I stumbled into something, a rabbit hole, and deeper I went until... Wait, that can't be right. Don't ask me how, but I landed on the different ways people get unalived in different countries around the world. And metric after metric, statistic after statistic, everything in Zimbabwe, my home country, was worse than New Zealand. Now, honestly, that's not really surprising. New Zealand is a first world country. But I decided to go a little deeper. And the deeper I went, the stranger things got. I looked at articles, statistics, several websites, journals, you name it. And they led me to a very scary truth. Now, things in Zimbabwe haven't been great for a while, that's no secret. But according to these numbers, you are more likely to be unalived in Zimbabwe for any reason than anywhere else in the world. I ran the numbers. When I say any reason, I mean every reason. From alcoholism to all forms of cancer to birth trauma, drownings. Drownings? Drug usage, falling down, fires, malnutrition, poisoning, prostate cancer, traffic accidents, strokes, violence, and unaliving yourself. Yeah, that too. But let's be fair. In terms of actual death rates, out of every 100,000 population, Lesotho ranks first in the world. Zimbabwe actually is fourth. But when you consider the world rankings, when compared to the leading 183 countries in the world, from all continents, bippity boppity boo, Zimbabwe number one. Zimbabwe ranks second in road traffic accidents, only beaten by the Dominican Republic. Third in the world with all cancers. Really? But in all fairness, this could be down to treatment, as there is far less investment in cancer treatment in Africa. The World Health Organization reports that fewer than 30% of patients diagnosed with cancer in low-income countries have access to treatment as compared to 90% in high-income countries. And if something is bad in Africa, it's probably worse in Zim. Third in the world from fires. In the top 10 countries, here, only one is not in Africa. Fifth in the world with AIDS. Now, no real surprise there. All of the countries in the top 20 are in Africa. Looks like we're still getting the short end of the stick there. Seventh in the world with unaliving yourselves. To be honest, this one was the most surprising one to me. It's always been insinuated that this was a first world problem. In actual fact, the first world country on the list is Russia, which ranks at 11th. Number one in the world is Lesotho, where 4 times the amount of people go this way than they do in Russia. Okay. Why am I talking about this? I think narrative is important. It is staggering that just 40% of all the world's deaths occur in Africa, where less than 18% of the world's population lives. Unaliving oneself doesn't seem to be a rich people's problem. It is a people's problem. It seems to affect poor people more. Cancer affects people less where there is investment in treatment, not where we live off the land and eat unprocessed food. And small, unrecognized, ignored, beautiful sunny countries can be really, really good at really, really bad things. Okay, what can we do about this? Now, before I say anything else, let me be clear. I am not an activist. I am not trying to invoke revolt or incite government change. In all honesty, We've tried that. It doesn't work. Maybe this time it will. What I'm trying to address is what you can do as an individual. 3 things. Firstly, let me tell you about what we did. We left. This is not at all unique to us. In fact, some websites claim that 1 in 3 Zimbabweans currently live outside of Zimbabwe. There are some who have the option to do this, and they are considering whether or not they should do this. I would say if there's an option for you to do this, I would wholeheartedly urge you to do it, especially if this will land you in a country that is safer, has a working health system, and a functioning police force. The whole idea is when calamity hits, and it's going to hit sooner or later, there is someone who can rescue you and assist you. By doing this, you are increasing your life expectancy, your income potential, and your children's future prospects. Is it a sacrifice? For some, definitely, but it is a necessary one. Secondly, to those who are already in the diaspora, I shall ask you to do something that I know us as Zimbos hate. Help people get out. Now I know we are notorious gatekeepers, but please realize you will be literally saving lives. My wife and I have been speaking to a number of people about potential strategies they can use to get here where we are or somewhere else. I know this may get frustrating, especially when you're already busy with your own life. And the path that got you outside the country is not always one that everyone can use. I also know that some people are lazy and they want you to do the work for them. I'm not talking about those people. I am talking about people who are motivated and they are willing to put in the work of applying and researching. They perhaps want guidance on where to apply and what sectors of the market are open or what to research. I say again, you are saving lives. This is what it looks like to love your neighbor, if you get my meaning. The third thing you can do is also a bit of a touchy topic: black tax. If you know, you know. There are some people in Zimbabwe who cannot leave the country for a number of reasons. They might be too old or do not have the necessary qualifications or resources to leave the country. Please do not get weary of helping them. This is always hard because you are also trying to build your own wealth and build your own future. And sometimes family says a lot of things that might discourage you from helping them. But I say again, you will be saving lives. Half the trouble with getting healthcare in Zimbabwe is really the price of doing so. I guess in conclusion, what I'm saying is life has you where life has you. We need to make the most of where we are and help those where life has dealt them pretty crappy cards. What are your thoughts on Zimbabwe's rankings? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.